Yo, yo, are we on there?
We're on.
Let's go.
Let's go. Underneath, there's also a known shout out on time today. To my right is Big Eyes, a.k.a. Savage 101, a.k.a. Regan the Norms. Regan Foa'i, Justthenorms. How's it going, bro?
All good, my brother. All good. How are you?
Yeah, good. I've seen you've had a busy week this week, eh?
Oh, bro. Yeah, this one was. I was trying to have an easy week after last week, like, but yeah, I just ended up just doing too much as I usually do. Just like too many ideas in my head. I'm just like, just get it done, just put it out. So yeah, that's pretty much been me, man. I've just been putting out reels all week.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
just slow grind, bro. Same, man.
Hard out. And you spent some time down here, I saw earlier this week.
Yeah, man. I was down here. Yeah, I was down here for work. Did a bit of just had a meeting, just a work update on how the company's going, and then had to fly right back down. Fly back up to my little corner of the world. It was all good day.
Yeah. Oh, that's buzzy. I will get straight into, I guess, the content side of things, because it seems like it's just come out of nowhere for a few people. Although you've been around for a while, we'll start with the name, bro. Where did you get, or how did you come up with Justthenorms?
Wow, we've been through. I had a few names that I used to run with. This was like, bro, I was making like memes and stuff like that back in the days.
Yeah.
And I had a page and it was called South Auckland Memes at the time, and we were just pumping out like all memes to do with South Auckland. And then we changed the name again, and we were under the name called Illuminati.
Oh, okay.
At one point, and then it was a comedy, like, you know, a comedy, a flip on words. It was same thing, still comedy. And then bro, we left that for a bit, and then but it's just a common saying that we've always said back at home, like back in South Auckland, bro. We always say it's just like the norm, like the same thing that you say. It just means same old shit, or like nothing new kind of thing. You know, it's just that's what's normal where we're from. So like if you saw, I don't know, like a mean ass, a stink ass car, but it was on like mean ass rims, and we're like, what the heck? But that's the norms over there, you know. They got mean ass wheels, but they got stink ass car. Like that's what it was, bro. It was just we said it all the time, like when I was growing up, and that was just something that always stuck with me. And I always felt like that was like something, like a name or like a phrase that could reference to a lot of things. You know, when you see the content that I'm making, everyone just says it, bro. Like, oh yeah, that's the norms, like where we're from, or like that's the norm around here, or that's the norm in our culture and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just been something that we always ran off back at home, and I just picked it up and just ran off it from there.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Like,
bro.
How would you explain, I guess, what you do or your comedic style to, I guess, a stranger?
Oh, bro. If I was supposed to tell anybody like the kind of style or comedy of style that I do, it's basically around like parodies and just putting a Polynesian flip or like a South Auckland flip on something, you know, or even just a New Zealand flip on anything, you know. That's probably the only way that I could put my comedic style. Man, it's weird, bro. Like over the last couple of months, bro, people have been saying like, bro, you're like the Billy T of like the living Billy T of this generation. I was like, bro, that's him. Like that's a massive call, like to say. But I've been like, you know, I've always watched this stuff, and that man's is a legend. And at the same time, it's like when I'm looking at his stuff and the stuff that he would do on TV, it's like, yeah, it's almost the same thing, like same style. You're just getting putting a New Zealand flip or like a Polynesian flip or a Hori flip on a idea, and then just running with it. So yeah, that will probably be the same style as in that space, bro.
Oh, fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah, I've been buzzing out there. Like, yeah, I know I'm not tooting my own horn, but that's what I've been getting told lately, and I'm just like, bro, this is like unbelievable, like, yeah.
Yeah, bro, big fix. You mentioned like just before you mentioned that like a while ago you were on Facebook first with the South Auckland memes.
Yo,
How long ago was that?
bro, we started South Auckland memes like 2012. Would have been maybe 2012. So I've been around for a while, bro. 2012 might have been. I'm not too sure, but I think that was the year. And bro, just a lot of the memes that I created like still circulate to this day. I'm not too sure if anyone remembers, but there's a meme that comes out every Halloween where there's a kid in a Batman suit and he's getting handed toadies at the door. I don't know if anyone's seen that, bro, but it circulates every time, every year, bro. You might see it, but there's a meme, bro, and that's my son. That's my son.
Oh, true.
Yeah, bro, and we made that meme, bro, and it belongs to the internet now, bro.
Yeah.
And it goes everywhere. Yeah, it goes everywhere every year, bro. It comes out. But yeah, that's just an example of a couple of things that I've done. There was a video that of Tupac, and he had his face covered, and he was saying that he was from New Zealand, and he'd been alive this whole time.
Yeah.
That was me, you know. So like a lot of people didn't realize like I've been around for a while, but I've only decided as of last year just to pop off like, oh yeah, I'm coming out guns blazing material. But yeah, man, I've always been around in the internet world and just making things for the internet, but yeah, nothing serious as of till now. Yeah.
Oh, solid. And like, I guess like when you first started, was there anyone that you took inspiration from, like that did similar, not similar exact same stuff, but like similar comedic style?
Yeah, bro. Like when I used to watch like Cougar Boys and Jimmy Jackson, those were like around the people that were the first guys who started popping off, and like I was like, oh, bro, these guys, what they're doing, even because they were like one of the first people to make content for New Zealand. That's when I was watching them, and ever since then I was watching them, and I was just like, bro, like these guys are the OGs of the game during that time.
Yeah.
And yeah, but in terms of inspiration and stuff like that, I've always said always grab inspiration from home or like everything around me, experiences and stuff like that. But in terms of content creators and stuff like that, yeah, it would have to be Jimmy Jackson and the Cougar Boys, bro. These guys were legendary. You know, set the way for a lot of people and showed where we can take this and what we can do with our skills and stuff like that.
Yeah, big facts.
Man.
I guess around about you're saying last year you decided, you're gonna go full steam with it. What made you decide, I guess, to take that step and get in front of the camera yourself?
Shucks. Yeah. Oh, bro. I was posting up videos like on my own personal page, like that Tupac one, and yeah, people were like saying, "Bro, you need to make a page." But this was like, I don't know when I did the Tupac video. That was maybe like 2016, maybe. So yeah, the people were already telling me, "Man, you need to make a page. You need to like jump on this." And then I just left it alone. And then would have been just around like last year, May, June, I started making these like just little skit videos on my page, and they were blowing up. And then it wasn't until I made these, I did these parodies to songs, and it was just like real like hoary ass flips on the songs that I was making. It was one to Blame on Me, and one was to Savages a Lot, and those ones blew up, man, and they were like, they were popping off on my page. This is just on my personal page, and then yeah, it was at that time I knew, I was like, oh yeah, you actually got something going right now. Yeah, you should take advantage of it. And yeah, I ended up whipping up the page and just telling everybody, yeah, I'm coming out as a content creator, and we're just gonna roll with it. And yeah, that's how I'm pretty much here. So if it wasn't for those like videos and people hyping me up on my personal page, yeah, I probably wouldn't have made a start. I would have probably just been doing the same thing, just dropping a few videos here and there on my personal page. But yeah, it wasn't until people were like, bro, you got something going, you need to run with this. So that's us now.
Boy, and it's been going like non-stop, sorry, ever since.
Yeah.
Like, I guess something I'm interested to know is like, you talked about like the parodies that you made in the past, and that was from what was happening in South Auckland at the time. And it was a completely different time back in 2012, especially with the social media and that. Looking at the stuff you make now and having the, I guess, the exposure to the wider New Zealand and that kind of stuff, have there been any changes with where you get your inspiration for particular skits and that?
Oh, right, that's a good question. Not much, not too much has changed in regards to what's been happening in South Auckland. There's always, the norm that's always in South Auckland is still, that's the culture within
Yeah.
what's going on over there, and there's certain things that just never change, which is where the inspiration comes from and where I'm always going to grab from. In terms of expanding to New Zealand, yeah, it's been different. Like trying to represent the country as a whole instead of just saying, "Oh yeah, I'm only from this one little spot here." What I have been doing is just trying to expand my audience and just say, "Yeah, okay, uh, let's talk about Wellington or let's talk about Hamilton or something like that." So I'm just trying to go expand my ideas in terms of New Zealand as a whole instead of just South Auckland alone.
Yo, facts. And speaking of like growing your audience, I guess, you've played a lot of characters, uh, over the years. I think more noticeably recently are I guess like the Crips, the Wiggles. And I saw what you
Yo,
did to Rob Knight, Uncle Rob, the other day. So, um,
my poor uncle, far
yeah,
out.
man. Has he come back to you about that? Has he like messaged you or
Nah,
anything? Oh yeah, one day it's
nah, never.
coming.
Like, I don't think. Yeah, it's coming. He's probably gonna do the same thing back to me in real life.
Bro, do you know what I saw today? I was on my way home from work and I was watching Inu now. It's like I was on the Facebook page, and
Yo,
every like month or so they have like a welcomed our new members to the group, and it's got like hundreds of people. Right at the bottom of today's post was your video. Your video
oh,
with Rob Knight. I was like, fuck man, this guy's everywhere. Do you,
oh man.
speaking of like I guess the characters that you've played, like have you got a favorite that you really enjoy, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get into character for this skit?
Oh man. If I had to pick anyone that I enjoy playing, it's probably my auntie character, the one with the missing tooth.
Yeah.
Bro, yeah, it's always fun because you're playing a female, but at the same time, it's like you can actually be like as hoary as you want to be, like and just be ratchet as, and it's fun, man. Like you can say some out of it shit, and people are like, "Yo, I know what he's talking about." You almost get a pass for like being ratchet because you're dressed like that or you act like that,
Yeah.
and it's like because you're interpreting everything that everyone knows about. Everyone knows an auntie like that. That's just hard case and just out the gate
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, to play that character, bro, it's just it's fun because I get up to a lot of dumb shit doing that. Like I'll go live on now dressed as auntie, and then
Actuals.
fuck, we just go for days. Yo, I've done it like twice now, where like I'll go on now dressed like that, and I'm not even drunk or anything. I'm just
Yeah.
fucking. I just feel like being a thick, and I'll go on there and bro, fuck, we just go for days. I did a card reading, like a tarot card reading live on now dressed as auntie, and I was going handies, bro. I was going, yo, you're gonna get extra benefit on your day,
Oh
or yep,
no.
your dad's coming back from the shop this year, and bro, I was going for ages, bro. Like just being a fucking yeah, and that's the fun part about being auntie, bro. That's other time I was dressed as auntie, and my brother TC, he's another cat from he's in Hawke's Bay, but he lives in the mountain now. Bro, we went live for like 2 hours. And bro, we held a whole audience of like 400 people. They stayed with us the whole two
Fuck.
hours, man. And we're just doing dumb ass shit. And I was like, what the hell are you still watching? But they love it, eh? They love that character, and that's why I'm like, oh yeah, okay, then that's us. Then we're gonna roll with that. So yeah, that's one of my iconic characters, and I guess the character I enjoy playing as well.
Yeah, fair enough, bro. Um, that's the same character that made it to the Eiffel Tower as well, eh?
Yo, right from the very first people things people say on now,
Yeah.
right from then, and then because it's funny because I I knew that I was going to Paris, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be crackle when I go there for real, and I cut the video back. Yeah, I was like, oh, bro, this is too funny.
What's it like doing that kind of stuff in public? Like, do you like get looks from people and that, or?
Oh, bro, yeah, I do everything from the safety of my house. Like, not many people see me. Like, the only time I've ever like gone out and done some out of it shit is with Terrell. We did a Karen parody, and we went out to Fielding and we were like doing our skit and stuff like that. And we were dressed in wigs and we were dressed like females and stuff like that. And that was probably the most time I've ever been out in public doing skits and stuff like that. But you know what's mean is the fact that if you're with somebody who brings the same energy, then you can go off each other. You don't feel stupid because that person's with you and they're hyping you up the same time as you're hyping them up. So if you got the same energy, if you bring that same energy with each other, then you won't feel dumb when you're like out there, you know, doing whatever you're doing. When it's just me alone, like I'll feel like an idiot. When I did a McDonald's Return of the Mac parody. Fuck, you know, it was just me and my wife, and she was filming me. And people were just walking past, and I'm just yo. Oh man, it's a small town over here in Fielding, bro. So it's like tough. Everyone's gonna be like, you're gonna be on the newspaper because that crazy guy that random guy who was rapping at the McDonald's. It's like that's funny because William Whitehall came from Fielding too. So just imagine why he was like doing this kind of stuff.
And most of his stuff like he's got his uncle.
Yeah, like he's got his uncle handstanding like in the mall or something. You know, and it's just like, hey.
I know, man. Have you met him?
That's what you need to do, bro. Oh no, not yet, bro. Nah, I haven't even bumped into him like when he's been here. I've seen that he's in town and stuff like that, but I don't actually know him like properly yet. So yeah, soon, man.
No, for sure, it'll happen. Like while we're on the topic, what's probably the most awkward thing you've had to do for your content?
Oh man, I'm just trying to think. It will have to. It's definitely something around filming in public, bro. It's either that or just like I'm doing my acting and stuff like that, or like dressed in wigs and that, and like the kids come in the room. you're like, what do you want? Like, and they're like, my master be one of us. Oh, get out, man! I'm like trying to do this thing, and we got like something missing. It. You're like, we should cheat there. I'm like, get out, man! So like, if it's not in public, bro, it's definitely within my own household, bro. Like, trying to like, and another thing is the boys, like my two boys, they don't really understand, like, they understand like YouTube videos and stuff like that, but they're like, why is Dad like in a dress? What's going on here? Oh no, man.
They didn't go to school and write down. Oh, I caught my walking to the room. My dad's in the dress.
Oh no, man, that's it, bro.
Explain to your teacher what's going on.
Is everything alright at home with you guys? And... bro, but hard, man. If it's not, it's definitely either. It's embarrassing as well. The kids, bro. Wow.
Yeah, bet. What's the hardest thing you've had to do for your content? Like the most difficult thing?
I'm not too sure, really. Like I haven't done. I guess I'm not gonna say the hardest thing, but like the hardest thing about making the content is probably just costume change and stuff like that, bro. Because like, frick, man, that's annoying. Like, my half is just like having to swap over and like change clothes. Like for that Wiggles one, that took me ages. Even for that Crip Camp video, like that took me ages to do because like you're swapping out. It's like it's quite time consuming. I think just shooting it alone would be the most time consuming thing. I think that's the hardest part. Like especially if you're on like a time frame where like you're trying to do the kids, but you gotta fucking finish the scene before the sun goes down. You know? And it's like that. Those are the kind of probably the hardest things that you gotta do with the content is like just the shooting half, especially when it's got quite a technical one. And bro, it would have been a lot easier if I could make content with other creators, but like I'm stuck down here in the middle of nowhere, and I gotta do everything on my own. Like, you know, it's a blessing in itself, but at the same time, it's like a curse, and having nobody else to kind of like work with and help out with, like, oh yeah, you play this person, I'll do this part. But yeah, that'll probably be the hardest at this point. Yeah, is that it's just the whole creation of content. And
for your editing?
I'm using Final Cut to have like to cut up all my stuff, and that it's been working all right, bro. But like the likes of like it's okay, Johnny Tuivasa and them, bro, they're on like Premiere Pro and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's like this guy.
Those are like the steroids, bro. Oh, true.
Yeah, there's ritual.
Bro, I wouldn't.
No skill.
Oh man, I wouldn't never know how to learn like any of that stuff, bro. Like, yeah, hats off to you guys who are willing to learn that stuff, man, because it's so full on.
Right, it's buzzy that you talk about like you know, making sure you do your filming before the sun goes down, because like, you know, when people that watch your skits, and especially when you talk about costume changes, that's you in two different places at different times, but people like, you know, people forget that, and they don't like, you know, realize that, you know, that's not the front of their mind when they're watching your content. And like, if you start your filming in one costume during the day and the sun's out, and then you try to get yourself on the other side, and it's like nighttime, that's when you can tell, like, oh, actually, you know, so it's
the whole you're in two different, man, that's the thing, bro. So like, if you're doing those kind of cuts, bro, it's yeah, you gotta be wary of the time that you got, bro, because as soon as it's the sun's going down or it looks a bit different, wow, it's like the whole day stuff day, like you're gonna have to reshoot probably the whole thing, you know. So yeah, man, it's a lot of technical stuff involved in making that kind of like hardcore content that a lot of people don't really realize, you know, that goes behind the scenes. But yeah, that's just how it is.
Yeah, no, hard out. Like what we're talking about, you know, what the editing and the filming and that. Can you walk us through like the process of, you know, from the start of getting your ideas to posting it out?
Yeah. So how it works is I'll come up with an idea, and I'll just like I got a whole list of things on my phone and stuff like that I haven't even used. But if it's a idea that's just in my head, like, yo, that's gonna go, like I just go straight towards that one, like, you know. But if I'm having like an off week where I haven't come up with anything, then I'll go through the list. So yeah, I'm always constantly thinking of ideas, and it's always gonna be a flip on it or like a punchline somewhere in the clip. That's just in the back of my mind, and I usually don't like write it out or stuff like that. I just go off the top. But I know what the punchline is. I know what the joke is inside the video. That's all, and everything else is probably like a bit freestyled in that term. And then yeah, so I just jump on the camera, shoot it all out, and then jump back on the laptop, put it all together, and then yeah, I post it all up, and then we just go from there. But if it's like a song parody where I do a rap on it or something like that, yeah, that's a bit like, that's where the time consuming part is, because like you gotta my point of view is that you gotta be able to rap, like actually rap good, and then at the same time you gotta be funny at the same time. So it's like it's almost like I'm not gonna. I think that it's hard to write funny raps. Like, it's probably the hardest thing to do, because you're trying to make someone laugh, but at the same time you're trying to sound hot on the track. So
yeah, harder. Like
that's probably So that's probably the most time consuming part. That's the most different part when it comes to making the content, is when I'm doing these like song parodies. I gotta write it out, and then we shoot the clip, and then it's usually like I usually get like my missus to help me shoot the clip, because it's like, it's a standing one. Like if it's a skit, then I can just chuck it on the tripod. But if it's a video clip, I need it like panned out and panned in, and all these kind of things like that. So yeah, it's a different process. But the writing's part of it. That's the part where it's like, oh, some days I'm just like, all right, scrap this. We're gonna do something else. And I'm already spent like 2 days on it. And I'm like, I'll stop this. This is too hard. So yeah, that's the only difference of the content creation. So skits versus parody songs, It's just that writing, that actual sitting down and writing it, and then getting someone to help me shoot the clip. Versus anything with skits is just me just going off the top and freestyling it, and then just seeing how it goes when I chop it all up.
Yeah, bet.
So that's me. I can get your wife involved there because I'm trying to figure out if my wife was. Right, I think it'd be like 2 minutes. No, you're standing around, bro. She ended up throwing the fucking camera at me. Like,
yeah, bro, it's been like that sometimes. It's like there's like, are we done yet? Are we? Is it finished? And I'm just like, one more, please, just one more take. It's just like, hurry up, man. Gotta pick up the kids. The kids still in school.
It's 8 o'clock.
It's 4:30. The food's burning in the oven. Hurry up, man. Hurry up. Just hurry up, man. One more, man. But yeah, that's what it's like, bro. Mrs. She's been good, Like, she get like, I get, you can see from that point of view where it's like you're not your thing kind of thing. So you're just like even Terrell. I saw Terrell. When me and Terrell shot the Karen parody, his Mrs. Ellie was the camera woman for that, and she was another one who was like, or probably just right at the end of the day, it was like those like getting angry, like those annoyed ones. Like you can tell, like those like, hurry up, Terrell, we better like cut it up. And Terrell's like, one more, man. Hurry up. Get me doing this, and get me doing that. I was like, wrap it up, hurry up.
Oh, gosh.
They awkwardly when they like arguing.
It's like, oh, Terrell, hurry up. But it's worse, bro, because like that day when we had to do that skit, bro, they had a flight to catch, and they had to be like at the airport, and Terrell was still like, yo, we need to get this angle, do it from this angle, and then like his missus is going, fucking hurry up, man. I'm going, Bruce, man, you're gonna miss your plane. So yeah, man. Shout out to the missus who's carrying us, bro, in this content game, man.
Hard out, bro. I reckon it'd be crack up, like I guess for us to even attempt to get our missus involved somehow. Like, can already see how it would go down, but yeah, definitely worth a try.
Bro. Jeez.
With the like content that you've been making, bro, has there ever been a time where you did something by accident and then you're like, fuck, that's way better than what I like originally was supposed to do or was gonna do?
Oh shucks, yeah, that's a good question, man. I've had a few like that, man, where like I'm just trying to think of ones that like really stick out to me. But I've had like instances where like the angle that I've come from, like the angle of the joke that I went with, it worked out better than what I thought of. Because bro, a lot of when you think of ideas, you're thinking blockbuster movie in your head, and then when it comes out, it's like not even like that, bro. And in some cases, bro, that's what it's been like. It's like, wow, you think it's gonna be mean ass, and then it's like, this is ugly ass, but it still works. I've had videos where like I'm like, nah, this is dry. This is not even what I wanted to like post up, and then I'm thinking in my head like, oh, don't waste your time like making it, like put it out and see what happens. Yeah, and then it goes off, and I'm just like, oh yeah, this is mean. But yeah, bro, I've had a few, but I can't think of any off the top. Like, but yeah, in saying that, bro, you always think that it's gonna come out mean, but yeah, you just don't have that kind of budget to make those kind of those kind of films.
Do you have a favorite one?
A favorite skit that I've done? Bro, my favorite skit, nobody likes it. My favorite skit is it's this one where I create it's like, what would you do if you had the Infinity Gauntlet for the day? And then like I thought it was gonna hurt, because I spent time. I couldn't buy one, but I went and made one. Like I went I went and got the jewelry. I went and got the spray can to spray it up, and like hot glue gun my hand. It was hot as and burned my hand. Bro, I went like hundies on the day, and then the thought process of it was like, bro, this is gonna be magic. Like I got the Infinity Gauntlet, and I'm like, I used the Mind Stone to like make someone to raise my benefit to like $1,000 a week. Like things like that, like it's like dumb stuff like that. Where like, what would you do if you had the Infinity Gauntlet? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna change this water to Cody's, and then I snap my finger and it turns into Cody's. Like, and I thought, bro, I was like, bro, this is genius. This is mean. And then checked it up, and then I was like, Nah, but I just kept it on my. But that's honestly, that's my favorite, bro. When I watch it back, I'm going, these guys are all dry. Like, these guys got no sense of humor. This is bloody gold right here, man. These guys are lame.
Oh, no.
Man. But yeah, that's my favorite one, bro. If anybody's watching, like, yeah, watch. If you had the Infinity Gauntlet for the day, that's my favorite, man.
Yeah. Oh, I'll share that one after as well, just to get the views up.
Man's gonna put it in the archives so no one finds it ever again. Bloody hell. I'll repost it too, just to try and
see how it goes again.
What about in 2020? Anyone like this one? Anyone like this in 2020? Now that I'm a bit hotty, anybody want this? Nah. Surely, bro.
Bro, you see you see that all over TikTok, bro? Like, people chuck up the same video from like 4 months ago, and it just pops off. That's weird,
bro. Man, I don't know, man. Like, that's like, yeah, Terrell's like knows all those kind of stuff about analytics and all those insights. And like, I have no idea, bro. I'm just like, post it up. Oh, yeah, it's not working out. Take it down. Nah.
Yeah, fine.
All right, yeah. All right, try again in 4 months. Try again. Everyone might forget. Everyone might forget about it. And then someone comments, I think I've seen this on. Yeah, blocked. You get it blocked. No, this is fresh. This is straight off the bat. Made it today.
Oh no. Some of the stuff you're talking about, like you're doing, not doing the side, but you get into the music parodies and other things apart from the skits. You talk about how your missus helps you with recording your content and that, but it's common knowledge about you with videography.
Oh yeah, yep.
So tell us more about that, like what you find interesting about it and how you got into that.
So, bro, I took a trip to Australia, would have been 2018. I went with my brother and one of my best mates, and yeah, we just it wasn't gonna like, we were just like, oh yeah, document the video. Yeah, it was a boys trip, and we were like, oh yeah, document it, have like take a few vids here and there, and then bro, we got all the clips and all that, and then we watched it back, and I was like, bro, this is mean, and then I cut it all up. That it took me about 2 days to cut it all up. Like our whole trip, it was just a little highlight reel of everything we got up to, and then from there, bro, I just found like this massive passion to want to like do that kind of stuff. Like, I got so much visual satisfaction of just seeing something cut so well, or like seeing a slow-mo where you're like, oh, that's mean, like, or like of a moment, and it's just like captured right at the right time, and that's pretty much what set it off. And then yeah, I ended up getting a little bit of a cheap camera, and then I guess someone hit me up, and they were like, oh bro, can you make me a video, music video? And I was like, yeah, I'll suss you out, bro. And then ever since then, like I've done a few things here and there, and then in terms of like, even when people send me like merch and that, they're like, oh, I'll cut up like a little reel for them, just because I like doing it. It's so mean to watch something like that, even when I watch, bro, there's so many other videographers out there. They're like, I just like go, oh, like get the mad stuffies from watching, like, how they've done their work and stuff like that, bro. It's so mean. Like, even like, bro, you'll see something like just like transition to something else, and you're just like, wow, that is so cool. Like, you just get some sort of visual satisfaction of making, or even just visualizing and seeing it happen. And then when you're the person like making it, and then you get like a little bump in yourself, and you're like, oh fuck, that was mean. Or like how I cut that little thing up, or like how I caught that moment right there, like. So yeah, and I done a wedding once as well, which was mean.
Awesome,
like,
bro.
even like I did a little wedding reel as well, and yeah, that went well. And yeah, I've just been like still involved in trying to make videos and that. I've done a few to this day, and yeah, I'm still cutting up I've got a few in the pipeline coming up, and I've still got some that I've already shot but I haven't put together yet. So
Awesome,
yeah, man, that's just this is the passion for me, a sideline passion. That's me though.
What gear are you using?
So meth and MDMA and
Is that it? Is that it? Oh.
Yeah, that's us. We're cutting it off.
All right, wrap it up. What gear am I on, G? I'm on all kinds. How do I make these videos? How do you think I make these videos? How do I make? I'm talking to myself every time on these videos, man. What gear am I using?
Oh shit!
Now that you mentioned it, like living room, mate, and so my living room's like right near the front of the house. Like obviously, everything's all close in there, but like people walking past is just gonna hear me, yo, what's good? I'm like, what a no life.
What's going on?
Yeah. No life, man. Go outside and get some friends, some real friends.
Oh man. Yo, man, that's it, bro. But in terms of like what I'm using and stuff like that is I got this thinking little Canon, this little Sony camera, bro. This little thing here, man, and it's I don't know if you can see it, but it's like it's like, bro, and it's funny, man, because it's so small. And then like you'll rock up to like a wedding or you'll rock up to somewhere and they got like these massive ass cameras and stuff like that. And you're just like, fuck, just put my little camera away.
just record like that.
Right, these are some nice birds. These are some nice little birds. I'm not gonna try and shoot anything for this wedding. But yeah, bro, I got this little camera here and I got a gimbal. And yeah, just been running off that. It's mean, bro. It's a mean little camera. That's what it needs to. It's the main thing. Yeah, it's like yeah, as long as it does what it needs to, bro, and I get the result that I want it to have, then bro, nothing else matters. I'm looking at upgrading, but bro, at least once I get the moolah in that to get it going, then I will. But in the terms right now, bro, I'm happy with what I got at the moment. Works for me, and yeah, I'm happy with that.
Some of these cameras are going like asshole. Like I've seen some of the cameras as well, and I was like, oh yeah. Nah,
bro. Some of these guys' cameras are like, oh man, it's like out the gate, and they're like carrying it like this, and I'm just, wow, how much does that cost? Hey, shucks, I wonder when I'm gonna, and I'm like going, how do you have that? How do you guys got that, man? Bloody hell! I got this little ass. Not about the size. It's not about the size, guys.
That's it, bro. That's how you use it. Hey.
Yo, that's it.
Actually, Bennett, did you see anyone went to PAX? We went to PAX, like a gaming thing last year in Melbourne, and like I was like, oh yeah, I'll just like get a couple of little videos here with my phone, eh? So then every time I wanted to do a video thing, like some bloody basket will walk around with this freaking whole thing, and like the camera doesn't move, and he's just like just holding this little freaking massive gadget, eh? And the camera thing, and then sitting there with the whole vest thing, and I was like.
Yo, that's how it feels. That's how it feels, bro. I'm like this, and I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna look at the grass.
Act like you're there for something else, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I wasn't even trying to shoot something for this event.
All the proper IRL, you know, streamers and all that, man. All these videos, man, just sitting there, just have some weight, yeah.
Yeah.
Hard out, bro.
Oh man.
I think the video that I saw that made me like, oh shit, does he do like videography? Was the one that you did when you were down here with the Chicken Boys.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah. So we shot a little
sick,
thing,
man.
Oh, bro, thank you, man. Yeah. Shucks. Yeah, that was fun to make as well because it was like almost after lockdown, so I hadn't really created something like. And you like got these ideas like, oh, bro, I want to do this and that. And you don't because that's not my style in terms of like what I can do because it's a skit. But in terms of like promotion and stuff like that, bro, I want to go handies, eh? So yeah, it was mean because I hadn't shot anything like that in ages. So that was straight after COVID. So yeah, man, that was another fun one that I got to put together. So yeah, thank you for that, bro.
Oh, for sure. Nice. All right, brother. I asked on Instagram Well, what was your favorite skit from Justthenorms? Most that came back were around the Yukio one, but
Oh,
that was the best.
yeah.
Did you how did you do the cards? That's what I'm interested
Yeah,
to
so
know.
I went and made them, mate.
Oh, he actually made them.
Yo. Yeah, bro, I went off and made these, like, so, oh man, yeah,
You
I
actually
went and
have
made
the
these first. I went to
colonization and
yeah, Blue Eyes White Karen is over here,
what
and
the fuck?
yeah, bro. So I went Hundies for that one, because I knew that I couldn't actually like make a like on Yu-Gi-Oh how they actually do like the monsters come out of the card. So I wanted to do something real, like if I could get it close, then that would be mean. So yeah, that was my interpretation of it, and bro, yeah, I went Hundies on that one. Like, I went to the $2 shop when I got the cards, and then I came back here, started making them on Photoshop.
Yep.
And then it was funny because I didn't have a printer, so I went and took all the data and all the pictures, and then I went and took it to the library. And then I went and printed them out, bro. And then, because people at the library need to stop looking at our shit, bro. What if it's like bank statements and shit like that, bro? And so I got like this whole sheet of like Judith Collins,
no.
all of these sheets of like, because I had heaps because I didn't want to stuff it up and I didn't know the size, so I just like, yeah, so I had heaps of these like all on the papers, and then I was like, and she was, and the librarian was like, oh yeah, here you go, that'll be like $5, and I'm like, fuck, stop looking at what I'm printing. That's fucking, that's my business. Just leave the printer in a public place where we can all use it, you fucking nosy bastards.
Oh
But,
my
gosh. I had
gosh.
to go through there, bro. I had to go and like, I went Hundies for that one, bro, and I'm glad that everyone enjoyed it too, because yeah, that one was really fun to make. Like, that was probably like, I don't know, like when you like take it like content creation another way, and people like, you flip it upside down, and everyone's like, wow, this guy's really like, he's not playing around, bro. He can make some shit, like some actual good shit. So yeah, that was why I really liked that one. That people really appreciated the work that went into it, or even like the little like subtle jokes that I got in there, like Yosefa Kaiba. Like, I don't think that many people would pick up on that. Like, it's like Seto Kaiba, oh bro, and everyone's going. I was like, yes, thank you, like, for picking up on those like small things, bro, because those are like those little jabs where you're like, yo, you get it, like, you know what I'm talking about. These are the real fans.
Yeah, harder.
These are the real ones who came home early from school to come watch that shit. These are the real ones that was dueling, playing flicks outside after school.
Harder, they not even playing it properly.
Yo, not even knowing how to play properly. So you're doing flicks and wrecking the bloody cards.
Oh no!
Well, they got like a real bloody Blue Eyes White Dragon, and you're fucking flicking it around.
Playing closest to the wall, very. Oh, that's tough.
Oh my gosh, bro! Yeah, man. So yeah, I was so happy. Yeah, that's. I'll probably say that was my favorite one to like kind of create, like in terms of where I took it, because I had done a few crazy ideas, crazy things, but I feel like that one really like shined like where what I'm really doing,
No, for sure.
So,
nice. Another one we got was the X-Men one.
Oh, yeah. Bro, those are like, I don't know. Like, I like the X-Men one. I did enjoy making that one. I think that was like the start, the climax to like, oh man, this guy's really making some out of it content. And then once I made Yu-Gi-Oh, it was like, nah, that's like, it's game over. But yeah. X-Men was another fun one to make. I didn't know how well it was gonna hit, because I didn't know if people like are interested in like that kind of shit that I'm into. Like, that's nerdy ass fucking like comedy, but like I don't know if it's gonna go well. But it's always putting that like that humor, that South Auckland humor on top of it that makes it like, oh yeah, I know what he's doing, and I'm doing all the fix of Cyclops in there. That was like crack off, like just making him like heat up the knives and stuff like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like the ideas that you come up with and like the execution. You know, I was talking to Timmy earlier today because he replied to my story about you, and he said he's saying, I don't know if he's gonna have a go, but he's like, that guy pisses me off. Eh? I was like, oh, how come? And he's like, because of all the content that he puts out. But it's true, like the content that you put out, it's all quality, you know, like it's your best effort, and you can tell that you've put in your best effort to what you've put out as well, and you know that's the cool thing about your stuff. Oh, sorry, Tim.
I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, nah, shout out to Tim, bro. He's the man, bro. He's always giving me shit too. Post up something like, you just really like to piss me off. I'm like, sorry, brother. Sorry.
The last one that I had, the common one, was the Crips ones.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
Popped off. Eh?
I drew inspiration. Yeah, I drew inspiration from the Cougar Boys.
Yeah.
They were doing a lot of those kind of parodies before I was running. It was like, but it was almost like it felt like it was a safe thing, because like you don't know how people are gonna react, bro. Like these actual gangsters, they live their life like out here in New Zealand. So I was like, so I went and watched this back, and I was like, and then like looking through the feedback, and bro, they were getting like laughs and positivity, and then I was like, okay, surely you know that's what's gonna happen when I come out. So yeah, I went and made I did my little flip on the same idea, and yeah, it went well, man. And the Instagram one got taken down. The first one, it was Crip School, got taken down from IG. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, so it got taken down. So Crip School got taken down, but I didn't want to like repost it because everyone was like, just repost it, it's all good. But I was like, nah, like you know, I want to like show that I can adjust, you know, with things that happen to me. So I just flipped it again, you know, and did something else, the Crip Camp. And yeah, bro, both went pretty hundies, and yeah, I enjoyed making them. And a lot of people were messaging me saying, "Oh, bro, you're gonna need to make a Bloods one soon, bro." So yeah, I've got an idea for a Suwoo one, but yeah, that'll come soon, because I don't like sitting on the same idea all the time. Me, like I always try and switch it up, like, or try and move on to the next thing. Like I didn't make Inu Now. Things people say on Inu Now Part 2 until this year. Like it was a whole year that I waited until I brought out Part 2. And I could have, bro, I swear I could have wrote that one for ages, because there was so much that you could do with that idea, you know. But I was like, oh, I don't want to be that dude who's just like milking the same idea. I want to like move on and try something else. So I'll always make a Part 2 of something, but like it won't be till later. So yeah, same with the gangbanging stuff. You probably won't see Bloods one till later.
Nice.
So yeah.
Bro, something I wanted to ask you, and it's like I didn't think that we'd be, you know, having an interview with you this soon, but how the fuck did you link up with Boom Bullet?
Oh man, that's my Uso G. Like he's actually my brother's G. Nah, yeah, he's my bro G. Straight up, like so we worked for the same company 2015 would have been. We worked for the same place. So his background is like reinstatement, and like so he does like concrete reinstatement and stuff like that. He's really, really good at it too. And I was doing like a thing called like locating utilities. So like I used to go around and try and find the gas in the ground and the power in the ground and the water and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we worked for the same company doing the same, like, but just different divisions. And that's how I met him, bro. This was just before he was popping off. So like he was on his way. So people already knew him. I already knew who he was. But he hadn't like really, really like blown up yet. And then I remember, man, he remembers too. We were working late one time because I was doing my locating. He was just waiting for the concrete to sit, and then I said, bro, I'll drop you off home, because you know we're heading off to the same place. He's like, yeah. Then I was like, so what are you doing? Because he was at the time, if you remember, he was doing like those covers, like, but he was just doing covers like they were really trash covers, bro. And it was like, oh man, I can't remember. Those are my favorite ones, but. Yeah, he used to do them a cappella too, and that was where he was getting like starting to get a name for himself.
Yeah.
And they were like ugly ass. And then I was during that car ride home, bro. I go, what? Like, I said, like, what are you up to? Like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I don't know, man. I'm just making these videos here and there. I go, bro, you should try and make a song, like an actual song, instead of doing covers. Like, try to have a go at that. And he's like, yeah, you're right. I should try and have a look. And then yeah, probably a couple months later, he hooks up with Connects, and they do like a whole bunch of songs together. And then I leave the company 2016, and then I linked back up with him on 2018. So I had this music project that I was working on, and I needed his vocals on the track. So I was like, "Oh, can you come in and do you know what it is on the mic?" He was like, "It's like, oh, so where have you been? What have you been up to? When did you do like music and that?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I've been doing it here." And he goes, "Man, you told me to go and do it with someone else. I could have just come and done it at your house, you stinkers." And I was just, "Oh, sorry, Oos, man. I'm just getting back into it. That's all." And he was like, "Bloody hell." And so yeah, he came and recorded that piece for me. We did, yeah, it was just that you know what it is part. And then yeah, it was just he just didn't piss off. Nah. No, but he like for real, like straight after that thing, bro. It was like I just needed that one piece, and then he texts me up and he's like, "Oos, when can we hook up for the next when can we link up again?" And I was like, "Oh, Oos, I'm like trying to do this other thing over here. Please, Oos, I need somewhere I can record in there." I was like, "Yeah, all right then, come then." I gave him my time, bro, and he was like, "Bro, he's good though. Like he always offered to pay and stuff like that." He's like, "Bro, here's some money for the kids and that." I'm like, "Bro, I don't want the money. Like, I just want you to piss off now. I don't want the money, G. I'm all good. Like, it's brotherhood. It's been brotherhood, G. So I was like, nah, it's all good. I don't want to take your money and stuff like that. But yeah, he's a really good cat. And then we linked up with another producer. This was when I had just come out. So like. I was already doing his stuff, and I was like, yeah, helping him out. I was making his sets in that. He went on tour with the Now, and I was making his like. I'm not a DJ, but I was mixing the set for him for when he goes on stage in that. The funny thing was, he came to me and he wasn't getting any shine. Like he was telling me about like a lot of people had shunned him. Uh, I don't know, they just weren't really rolling with him, and he hadn't put out any music at the time. Yeah. And so I told him I said, bro, let's make a goal. And I said, let's put out some songs and stuff like that, and we'll see if we can get some traction. So yeah, we put out like 3 songs, and then Noise and them came to the party, and they're like, bro, you're ons, bro. And then they took him on tour around New Zealand. And we were like, bro, that's me. We ticked off that goal. He was back in the hot zone again. And then that was when I was making my way up. And then we had a producer. His name's called a.k.a. That's when I was starting to make my own little parodies and stuff like that. And then and Boom Bullet mixed in with us. So he was like, "Oh," I was like, "Bro, come!" Like he was like, "Can you got any beats?" Because I wasn't making any beats. I was like, "Oh, come to my bro. He's got heaps, bro." So we went over to a.k.a.'s place, and then he picked the beat for Ding Dong, and then he went off. Yeah, he went off. He went home. We went our ways, and then. I think that week he came back and he was like, "Bro, let's run it." Yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool." Then we recorded Ding Dong and Mines, and then the next day, it would have been the next day, we went and shot the clip for it, and then I got the clip back out to him that week, and then bro, I went off to do something. I saw that he had released a song, and then I went off and I went to do something else, and I came back home, and then bro, I was like, "What the heck? This thing is blowing up, man, like all over New Zealand." It's like crazy, bro. So yeah, that's how we ended up linking up. And yeah, man's still doing well. He's still linked up with a.k.a. and hopefully I got a song with him, bro. We got a song together. But yeah, man, it's just not completed. So yeah, well, I'm trying to push that out. So hopefully that comes out soon, bro. But yeah, that's how I know Boom Bullet, bro, and we just been boys ever since, bro.
Solid. Such a small world, eh?
Bro, it's crazy, man. Like the amount of people that you don't really know that you know in a way, you know.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Who else have you like collabed with? Can you list them off?
Oh, bro, I've linked up with, I don't know if you guys know this dude named Clipper Kane. He's from Australia. He's a barber. He hangs out with J Muck and them, bro. He's another dude who's like, yeah, I've linked up with that dude. I've collabed with him. We did a video. This was my first time I've ever done a video overseas. Like, and he did his part from his house, and I did mine from mine. So this is from Australia. And then he sends me the clip, and then I just cut it up. That's the first time I ever done something like that. I've teed up with Terrell. We did a parody for Karen. It was a Savage remix. I teed up with Tricks. We did a collab as well. If you know the Cuzzy Tricks from Wellies, he's another dude I've linked up with. Linked up with TC is another dude. What else is there? I'm just trying to think of. There's some other people, bro, that I've teed up with as well. Oh, with Chris, if you guys know Chris from Sweet and Sour, he's from Oz. He's another content creator that's coming up. He's another dude who sent me his clip, and I just cut it up, and it looks like we're in the same house, but we're not. And we teed up, and we did that. When did I ask? When did that? Yeah. So yeah, we teed up for that one. I've linked up with him, and bro, I'm like, I just say it a lot, bro. Like I'm a content like little hoe bag. Like I'll go around and like link up with anybody, like just to get like the content going, bro. Like, oh, another dude, if you know Kratos, he's another guy from Wellies. I linked up with him as well. We made some content, and bro, I'm just like looking like to just make content, bro. Like it's funny because my missus is like she's not concerned because she knows, like, I'm not trying to link up with any chicks or anything like that because she knows, like, I'm just linking up with dudes. Like, you know, she's like, oh, he's safe, bro. He's all good. I know what he's up to. He's a, you know, like, I don't have to worry about what he's up to. That's his thing. He likes to, like, he's not into that kind of stuff. He just likes making videos and that. And so yeah, that's the thing where I've been into.
Why do you think we haven't had any girls on the show yet?
Just 11 guys.
Oh yeah.
Who's the guest? You ain't gotta worry. Like the actual stick gotta worry. Like I'm just interested in making vids, like funny videos. That's it, bro. Yeah, that's it, man. I've linked up with a few people. Still got heaps of people that I'm keen as to collab with, and I still got a lot of people that reached out as well. So yeah, it's all on the ways, bro.
Awesome, man. There was a couple of answers or names that came back for collabs from Insta that people like you to see you with. The first one was Cougar Boys, and I think it's Cougar Boys as a whole.
Yeah, man, that'll be mean, eh? Like, I talk to Alexa all the time, I talk to Terrell all the time.
Yeah.
But bro, to get them back making something like I understand where they're at though, because it's hard because you know they're all over the place at this point. Yeah, you know it's hard to make those kind of moves. But bro, to get them like all back and for me to get a video of those dudes, yeah, that would be mean, bro. Like, yeah, hopefully one day, man.
Tado. Have you had much to deal with? And this is the next one with Johnny. Tuvasa? Oh, bro, nah, not yet. Like I do a few videos of him in transitions, like here and there and stuff like that, like little like cheeky things and stuff like that. But nah, we're all good in that. But yeah, we haven't had anything like in the mix of like, oh yeah, let's link up and make something. It's mostly because I don't live in Auckland, bro. Otherwise, I would have reached out and said, bro, surely we can like we'll tee up soon. But definitely, bro, like I love his style. I love like the way that he cut his videos and stuff like that. That was like the kind of style that I was looking at, like how he's got the white border as his style. That was like almost like I was like, bro. Even like the way that like I get a lot of inspiration from the boy, like those dudes, like of style of how to make like cut their videos in there, like Terrell's ones, or even the sound effects that they use, or like the little meme sound effects that they have. Bro, I'm like, oh man, these are so good. Like that's so I've taken that kind of format and just trying to flip it onto my side of what I do. But a lot of it, came from those dudes because they're legendary, bro. They're legendary in the game, and hopefully, get to link up with Johnny, bro. He's a bloody genius, man. Facts. I'll list off two more. The first one is Uncle Tix.
Oh,
you had anything to do with those guys?
Man. Nah, that's it. They've got like their circle of their own. Like at the moment,
Yeah.
it's like almost like a Hamilton crowd. It's like him, Jax, Jimmy,
Yep.
there's the other guy named Nixon, Judah. Like they've got their own little crowd of content creators. Yeah, that's mean what they do and stuff like that. I talked to Jax was one of the so Uncle Jax is one of the dudes that I've been talking to. And yeah, he said that he's pretty keen to link up. I haven't really spoken to Uncle Tix yet in terms of collabs, but bro, that's another possibility. Like it's always gonna be full circle around. Like you're gonna meet up with these dudes eventually. And with this with Uncle Jackson like reaching out to me and saying, bro, we need to link up soon. And I was like, yeah. So I mean that's only a pathway towards Uncle Tix and all of those guys on that side. It all links up eventually, bro.
Jimmy Jackson.
Yeah, man. That's like one of the like goats to like to cross off the list. Like when I first started, it was like a set of infinity stones I was collecting, man. Like it was like, yo, get these dudes, get these guys to follow me back, or like get notice from these guys. And Jimmy's like, yeah, that's one of the dudes that I've been trying to. I'll eventually, I'm hoping to tee up with him someday. He sees me too. You know, he sees what I'm up to. I've exchanged words with him on some of my videos that he's been on, and even on TikTok today. TikTok he's been showing me love in that. But yeah, bro, Men's is a big fish, bro. Men's a big fish, and you know, it's like you know, gotta catch them one day, you know. So it's only gonna happen sooner or later. But yeah, bro, we're on ways, man. It's all gonna come around, especially with the kind of work that you do. There's not many of us content creators, bro. So like, if you're trying to tee up with people like-minded people like yourselves, like that's it. There's only a handful of us, so who you gonna? You know, there's only a few of us that you can pick and choose.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, certainly, bro. There'll be something on the ways with that dude, man. Definitely.
Nice. I'll DM you there's a list, bro, but I'll DM you the rest. Just so people get their recommendations to you. But we'll bring it back to your fams, bro. And you've mentioned your wife and kids quite a bit. But for you personally, you're half Niuean, half Turk?
Yeah, half Niuean, half Tokelauan, yeah.
What ethnicities are you normally mistaken for?
Mainly Maori, and Tongan. I think because I reference a lot of Tongan slang and stuff like that. But yeah, I mainly Maori and Tongan. Some people know that I'm Niuean, or like can see that I'm Niuean. But yeah, just mainly if I'm gonna get mistaken for anything, it's gonna be Maori or being Tongan.
Buzzy, are there like any other misconceptions that people have about you?
Nah, that's all they. A lot of people think that I've seen a lot of people when they see me in person, they're like, "Oh shucks, you're like way skinnier in person." And I'm like, "Is that a good thing, or it's because I'm on the gear? What gear do you use?" What skinny ass? What gear do you use? I use the gimbal way. I use the small ass Sony camera. Nah.
Fuck, man.
Wow, this guy pissed me off, man. But yeah, that's usually one of the main things. Get out of here, bro. Straight up.
Shit. Nice. And I think you've mentioned this before, either on the Raw Talk or with Flex, but you're the eldest. Is that right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. I'm eldest in my family.
Yeah.
Eldest boy eldest child in my immediate family. So within my family, my brothers and sisters, and I'm the eldest grandchild on my Tokelauan side and my Niuean side. So yeah.
Bro, does it come with a lot of pressure?
Yeah, it used to, bro. Like, you know, you're seen as a leader in your family, and a lot of responsibility gets put on you as a grandchild, you know, because you're kind of leading the way for your cousins and other families and stuff like that. So you're role model for them, and what you do, they can see what you're doing in that. So yeah, there's a bit of pressure in there, and there's a lot of expectation, I guess, of what your grandparents expect you to be in that space. But yeah, being a elder sibling, not too much pressure. You've always, I think growing up, like, you know your responsibility as a sibling, but as a grandchild, you don't really know that, you know, what kind of stand you have in the family. But yeah, as a sibling, you kind of already realize, oh yeah, I'm the eldest. I need this. I need to, you know, I need to be a beacon to my siblings and hold it down for my side. Yeah, in that space. But as a grandchild, bro, it's, yeah, I think it's the eldest grandchild. It's hard as well because because you're the eldest, you're the first one on the planet, you know. So you're like the only one there, and you're kind of, I would say, right, you're spoiled, bro, because you're the first one, you're the first grandchild. So a lot of people, your grandchildren, your grandparents, and your aunties and uncles, and that, you know, really put in the time with you, and so I guess as you grow up, you kind of expect that to always be like that, without knowing that you have actual um, leadership. Like, you actually have to be a leader for your cousins, and that you don't pick that up until, well, I didn't pick that up until later. Like, I didn't really know what I was in the, like, how much of a role that was in the family until I was a lot older. Yeah, man. So yeah, it has its blessings and its curses in some aspects, bro.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. That's, I don't know if you've always like had, I guess, like the funny, you know, the rep as the funny guy in the family, or you know, but with being the eldest, like, did you find it hard to, I guess, show that kind of side to you, to the fams as well when it came to it?
Yeah, so bro, as I was saying, man, like, because you're the eldest and you get a lot, you know, you get a lot of shine and a lot of spotlight, like, in their role, man. So I guess having, like, being comedic was always a thing that was always, you know, came with me, I guess. Like, because you're gonna be the spotlight, what are you gonna show? Like, are you gonna just, like, what are you gonna be funny, or are you just gonna be like you gotta have some, like, carry some sort of trait with you as you're the oldest, or, like, you know. So that's always come along with me, and that's just, yeah, I feel like it's just from just being the oldest and just having that kind of light in the family where you're just like, yeah, it's just showing upon you where you're just gonna be the guy, I
Yeah,
guess,
how to,
you know. Yo.
oh, for sure. Do you find it like, or not? Do you find it? How do you balance your work in the fams and with the content?
Yeah, man. Yeah, so, bro, I'm, like, fortunate as, bro. Like, with my job, it's quite, you get a flexibility with, like, you get the flexibility of working from home, and then like, it's like a field. So I'm a field manager for course. So, like, we just drive around, look after the contractors and stuff like that. So it's full on. It's on some days you get some hard days, you get some easy days, is what I'm saying. So in terms of work, it's quite flexible, bro. So, like, you know, I could whip up a how to fast skit during my lunch break, or, like, when I got nothing to do at work, like, you know. So in terms of work, that's all sorted. Like, I'm fortunate as to have that kind of flexibility in that space. But I always not feel bad, but, like, you know, for there's content creators that got 9 to 5s, like actual 9 to 5s, where they, you know, and they got to come home and grind it. Like, bro, those are the real hearty content creators, you know, where they're really out here, you know, like, trying to make this content for everybody. Like Tim provides, like, he works a 9 to 5, like an actual 9 to 5, and then he comes home and he, like, goes handies, like, working in. So that's the real respect. That's the real props for those dudes who can. Even you guys, you know, you come home and you just, like, jump on the body and stuff like that, and you guys are making your own content as well. So big props to, like, the people actually grinding it out and doing these side hustles on the side. So in terms of work, that's sorted. That's all good. With my family in that, I try and do it when there's nothing on. So, like, I balance my work, my family life. Whereas, like, okay, yeah, the the kids are fed or the kids are sorted. I'm gonna go off and, like, shoot a skit real quick, and or, like, you know, the missus is talking on the phone or something like that, or
Yeah.
you know, she's occupied, you know, she's shutting the fuck up over there, and that's all good. And it's all good. So, you know, like that's what I mean. Like, everybody's like sorted. So as long as everybody's been sorted, that's when I make the time to make like sort out a skit. That's like, I don't know if anybody watches or like that closely, but that's one of the reasons why the skits come out so late. Like, if you watch the time that I post up, it's like at 11, or sometimes I'm posting up at 1, and people like advise, like, they tell me don't post up at 1, like everyone's asleep, like, and I'm like, nah, I just want to get out of the way. I don't care. Like, I just like, I don't care. I just want to out and finish. Like, I don't like, I want to move on to the next thing, you know. But yeah, in terms of work, sorted, because you know the flexibility of work, and then when it comes to my fams and that, just balancing the fact that, you know, they're sorted before I can go off and do what I like enjoy doing. Yeah, that's it, bro.
Nice, awesome, man. We'll go. Oh shit! I didn't even ask you. Well, I had this question to ask you, and it was about like the opportunities that you've gotten through your content. So like during lockdown, you've had the videos that you've put out with New Zealand Police.
Oh yeah, man. Like, bro, it's weird, this whole content thing. Like, you don't realize what you're making, bro, until like, or like what you're becoming as you're doing what you're doing. You know, like you don't realize that you're building a platform. Like, I would never call it a platform when I was starting. Like, you know, I would just say, yo, this is me, I'm doing this. But then that's what you're doing. Like, you're slowly building a platform and a foundation to what you're becoming, and you don't even realize that you're becoming it until, you know, you're like, oh shit, people are like asking you for your advice on this, or people are asking for that and that. And yeah, so the opportunities that have come through, man, I would never expected like for New Zealand Police to reach out and be like, yo, can you whip us up a skit? And I'm like, gee, do you know what my skits are about? You know that I'm talking about smoking drugs and gangs, and you know, like, but yeah, like these guys, yeah, they reached out to during COVID, and we made a skit for those guys, which was a mean opportunity. They asked us again for since the second lockdown, they asked us again to make some more content for them. Happily done that as well. And bro, just been heaps of like opportunities in terms of like people sending me merch and that. Like, bro, I'm like watching, you know, you used to watch people on Instagram doing that, and you're like, fuck, and then you're doing it. people are like, bro, can you give us a shout out? Can you shout out my clothing brand? And then you're like, you don't realize that you've become the person that you were watching like that during that time, you know, and it's so out of it. So those are the opportunities that have come through, man. There's heaps, man. Like yeah, being able to work with like the likes of like Terrell and all these like dudes have been in the game for so long, tricks, like, you know, talking to people who know the industry like J Mark and that, like it's mean. Even like even being on the like parties like this, like, bro, I've never imagined like people wanting to know my story. It's so weird, bro. Like, you know, like those are the kind of opportunities, bro. Yeah, you know, these are the kind of opportunities that that have come through, bro. Like being on these, I love being on like the parties and that, just to be able to like have a yarn and stuff like that. Because I don't post up about my life, you know, like I don't know if anybody, but like I didn't say much about the kids, or I don't say much about my missus or like my work and stuff like that, because like that's a totally different round. But what I love about like jumping in parties like this is that like we can talk about that stuff. Like this is like a whole different side. Like there's a whole different side where I can bring that stuff up. This is like behind the scenes of what I'm doing on my page. So I love getting involved in the parties, bro, and I feel like these are big opportunities for me. So I'm grateful to be on here, you know. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's some of the opportunities, bro. So yeah,
and that's like that's a buzzy thing about the parties, like not just ours, but like fucking any podcast that you find is that it's value goes both ways, and that's what I really like about the podcasts. Like, you know, we get value from learning from you, like you get value from selling your story and that as well. Yeah, bro, it's mad,
bro. Because I was thinking to myself, bro, these things that we're like, these podcasts, bro, they're like time capsules, bro. Like, you know, eventually your children or your grandchildren are gonna see this, like, you know, and wonder what what their granddad was like when he was like this age, you know. And it's a time capsule, bro. Like, or like, what's a story? You know, you're not gonna find, this is history that I'm talking about right now, where it's like, oh, I felt like this, I felt a certain way about this, or like I really like this. And that's the things that podcasts are bringing out of like of us, bro. And these are time capsules, bro. And I don't delete them, you know, because my kids are trying to.
Just the part where you told us
don't
what gear you
like
have.
Tim's one. Don't vote him like Tim's one, okay?
Man,
but yeah, bro, I love these bodies, bro. No. Sorry, Tim. Shake.
Get paid. Oh shit. Nah, solid, bro. On the topic of social media, bro, what are your thoughts on social media in 2020, especially during this period of lockdown and COVID?
Shucks, bro. Social media in 2020, it's different, bro. Like, fuck, it's almost like you're stepping on eggshells, eh? Like, like I said, bro, I get conscious, or like, you know, I'm trying to be conscious about what I'm posting. Am I gonna offend anyone? Is that line that I said there a bit too far, or like, you know, I said that with the Crips thing, like, you know, I didn't know how well it was gonna hit, so I went and researched, you know, researched off another skit that someone else was doing just to see what the feels was like, bro. But that was the year that the Cougar Boys dropped theirs, bro. That's a whole different year in regards to what's happening now, and like, it's so hard. Like, it's so easy to offend people like during this time, bro. I was on Twitter in 2013, 14, bro. I was like saying some messed up shit on there, bro. And people were loving it, bro. People were like, "Yo, this guy's the fucking shit, bro." You know, if I say that again this time, bro, people going cancel this dude, cancel this guy right now, bro. Bro, it's honestly like that's what it is, bro. I feel like in 2020, it's a scary place, bro, to be a content creator or even just be a comedian on social media. Bro, there was that video, bro, where those guys were talking about trying to cancel Te Reo. If you guys seen that, it's been going around. Yeah, so it's a bunch of social media influencers. Yeah, they're talking about trying to about canceling Te Reo. It's not it's more about being aware of them losing the language, like possibly losing their language and stepping up and learning about it. It's the complete opposite of what they were doing, of what they were saying. That they're actually, you know, what they mean is like, you know, step up and learn Te Reo. But the way it was, like I got exactly what they were talking about, you know. But bro, people just didn't feel it, you know. People weren't feeling the way the message was portrayed, and bro, they were getting roasted on that video, man. It's like, shucks, bro. If you come from the wrong angle, or if you approach it in a different, like in a certain way, where, you know, you might think that you're getting a message across that's a positive thing, bro, people will just come out and just flip that, eh? And people, it's almost like people will come for you for anything these days, bro. Like, you can actually be accountable for the shit that you say or do online. So that's why, for me, man, I just try to stay clear from all of that shit, like all the negative shit, and then like, fuck, I just go post up my shit and that's it. Like, try and stay clear from all the politics in that, bro. Because I've seen, like, bro, there's like people having beefs on Instagram, like the circle that I'm in. Like, everybody's all good with each other. Everyone just clicks on. Everyone supports each other. But I've seen some real bad ones, bro. And I'm just, bro, I don't want to get mixed up in any of that shit, bro. Like, just do your thing and get the fuck on, bro.
Yeah, fair call. Yeah, fair call.
Bro.
Might as well go straight into, well, while we're, you know, talking negatively about what social media does. Might as well shoot into our next topic on mental health. So for this podcast, something that we talk about quite openly is mental health. I think it's something that we're both passionate about, especially for the young cats, for the young boys, and you know, the Polynesians or New Zealanders Australians as well. Just the young people that think that might not think it's all good to, you know, to have these conversations about mental health. So it's always that much more special when someone that people look up to are talking about it as well. And that's not us, that's you. So yeah, no, it's a good opportunity across the board. So just wanted to ask you, bro, if there was a certain time in your life where you're like, fuck, man, like mental health is a thing that we deal with as well.
Oh, polys in general.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm dealing with I'm always putting myself in check. The mental health state, like stuff. I feel like, man, as I've gotten older, it's like it's showing itself a bit more. Like, you know, you're really like, you're really aware that, oh shit, you're going through some real shit right now. Like, you know, you're really dealing with some messed up stuff going on in your life, bro. The reason I came down to Fielding, bro, was we restructured at my job, and there was a few placements in that. There was a few placements at my work. You know, everyone had to reapply for their roles.
Yeah.
So everyone had to reapply for their roles, and then I reapplied for mine. Bro, I've been with the company since I was apprentice. So 2009, bro, I'd been with the company, bro, and then we all got our letters back, bro, and I lost my job. This is in 2000. Yeah, this was just last year, bro, and I was like, at the time I was staying at my mom and dad, so it was all good. Like we were living comfy, and that was all good. But I had just I just lost my job, and we had a trip. We were planning to go to Europe that year. That was to go to Paris. That whole trip to France, that was coming up, bro. And I was stressing the fuck out, bro. Like, and I already had bills to pay. Like my missus was holding it down. She was working as well, but it wasn't enough to like sustain our lifestyle and that. So, bro, I lost my shit one night, bro. Like, I was like, I went out and drank with the boys, with the work boys, bro. We had a massive bitch and a moan about what had happened, because some like a lot of cats, they lost their jobs, bro. These were like the experienced dudes, bro, like the go-to dudes. And bro, yeah, I went drank with the boys after we got the news, fuck, and then bro, I went home, fuck, and man's was like broken, like. I was drinking heaps that night, bro, and then my missus was like, "Is everything alright?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm all good, bro." And then she was like, "Oh, okay." Then and she went and got my mom, and then my mom came out and she was like, "Is everything alright?" I was like, "Ah!" Broke down, bro. I was like, "Fuck, this is like, I can't believe my company did this to me. Like, fuck, I've been loyal from the jump." And bro, I was just like. There's a couple of factors in there. So like my missus knew what to do. Like, you know, she knew that she wasn't the right person for me to talk to, and so she reached out to my mom, and my mom was like the right person to speak to. Like, you know, you just don't hide those kind of things there. Like, especially when you're like real cut about something. So yeah, man, it was pretty rough, bro. Like, but my mom was there, bro. She said the right thing. She listened, you know, and that's pretty much all I needed, bro. That's all I needed to hear. And then, and yeah, bro, I went to sleep that night, woke up hungover, but bro, I felt good, like, you know, that I was able to, because I think I was bottling up for ages, because it was tension for months, bro, trying like. Wondering if you're gonna get your job. True. But in the back of your head, you're like, you ain't losing your job, you're not gonna lose your job. You've been there for ages. Then you know they're gonna pick you. You know, you put in like so much work, and so yeah, so that was probably all accumulating in me. Plus, and then getting the news of that, and then all the pressure of like being the man of the house or the man of your family, like, you know, that's all raining down on you, and then you just got alcohol to top it off, bro. And then yeah, it was just probably just the right thing, like the right thing. So my missus knew exactly what to do. She knew the vibes was off. You know, even my sister knew. My sister was like, "Is everything all good?" So I was like, "Yo, I'm all good." But at the same, like, see, I said I'm all good, but bro, deep down, I was hurting, bro. And then yeah, so my sister knew what to do, my mom knew what to do, and that's the kind of things you need in those kind of circumstances, eh? Like those times when you're like, fuck, I'm down and out, you know. I'm like, I'm really on the lows right now, and that's what you need, bro. You need people that know what to do in those circumstances. You know, need the right know what to do, know what to say in those circumstances. You know, and that's what I feel like a lot of people need to educate themselves when we say when we reach out to people, you know, when we say, oh, yo, you know, come to me if you want to talk. Come to me if you want to want somebody to listen to. You need to be that person to know exactly what to say at that time, or be the right person to know what to say at that time. You know, so yeah, that was an experience of me, bro. Like this only just happened last year, bro. But I've had some dark days, bro. But it's just about surrounding yourself around the right cats that know exactly what to do in that space. Say, like when it goes down. And they can tell these are the people that can read and know exactly, you know. My missus didn't press me. She didn't say, "Nah, like what's going on? Like tell me." You know, she knew. Nah, I know the right person who's got. Yeah, you know, she knew the right person to get those feels out there. And bro, hard man. Like bro, I'm those dudes that's like, I've got that kind of bravado as well. Like where it's like, nah, I'm all good. You know, I can hold it down, or like it's just a storm. I'm gonna push through, but. Bro, sometimes you just need to reach out and just say, hey, because bro, you're gonna feel 100% better about the conversation, and just know that you're surrounded around people that actually care about you. You know.
But can you imagine?
Wow,
like,
man's just went on a trip there.
no, it's good, bro. It's good. Like, thanks for sharing that.
Nah, bro, we're good, bro.
Yeah, like something that you said, like you did it quite fast. Like, you know, that process, you didn't hold on to that for like ages, because too often, man, people hold on to that for ages, and it just comes out the wrong way, like, you know, in a way that you don't want it to come out. And
yeah, bro, and yeah, I'll let you finish, bro.
Nah, you go. That was it.
Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah, no. What I was saying was, bro, it's scary that that people who know that they have people that care about them, that's not in their mindset. You know, when they're going through that space in their dark time, mate. Like, bro, like these people, like on a good day, you would know, like, oh, yo, my boys got me, or like I can reach out to my mom, or I can reach out to my missus. You know, like they got me. Everybody got me. On that bad day when you're just in that dark place, bro, that none of that runs through your head when you're like, you know, about to make those hectic decisions. Eh? That's the scary part in it. That's what scares me, bro. It's like, wow, one day it's just like, you know, for some person it's just gonna be like, all that's out the window, eh? So,
bro, facts.
I guess in that space we need to practice reminding people that we care about them, eh? Like, even though it's a good day or a bad day, we need to like. Send a message out, or like give your bro a call or something like that, you know, or like, yeah, it doesn't take much to send out a text to the group chat or whatever, like, sup boys, have a solid day, got yous, you know.
Facts.
And I guess that's what we need to practice, is just reminding people that we have got them, because, you know, fuck, when people go down those roads, bro, it's like none of that matters, bro. You know, but on a good day, fuck, everybody knows that they're loved and cared about. Fuck, when it comes down to those dark times, bro, like, yeah, it's a scary thing, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Hard.
It's interesting how you look at it, or you're talking about it from like the other person's perspective as well. Like, you know, a lot of the things that your missus and your family have done, and the importance of, I guess, just having an understanding of what to do when it comes to those times when someone you care about in a bad place. Man, that's real key, and I think that even that aspect isn't talked about enough. So yeah, man, respect.
Yeah, man, definitely, brother. Hard.
With the, I guess, you know, the stuff that you do now is, you know, largely based around social media, and shared with social media. I guess like for people that are wanting to get into similar lanes to what you do, what are some of the, I guess, risks to look out for when it comes to, you know, putting yourself out there like that?
Oh, bro, one of the main ones to like try and get over, or like try and get through, or push through, or try and learn from, is that like if your shit isn't popping, like, you know, bro, people go in there thinking, oh man, I got the solid ass video, it doesn't hit, bro, and people just like, that's what the expectation is too high, like, you know, of trying to make it big on social media. Like, don't, like, that's the risks in going in, bro, is like, is because you can fall into bad ass depression thinking you're actually like, you know,
100.
fuck, I've got a shitty ass idea, or nobody wants what I've got. That's the kind of risk that you're going in when you're coming into this game. Is like, fuck, you got to be like, almost like, yeah, you got to be tough skinned to in that space, but also like level minded, like strong mindset, and know exactly why you're making the content. Is it for yourself? Are you making it because you enjoy making it? You know, or are you making it because you just want to impress people? You know, up there with the you know, with the big followings and stuff like that. But that's the risk, bro. And that like I deal with that too, man. I told you guys, like, fuck, some of the videos don't hit, and I'm going, fuck, you guys, like. But in my mindset, I'm funny, so that's the thing that I get through, because I'm my mindset, I'm the fucking funniest cunt on. So, like, so if you don't like my shit, you're dry. That's my mentality, you know. You know, or like, fuck, you guys are all eaters. Like, you're stupid if you're not liking my shit. But that's the kind of mental like state that you have to be in, where it's like, yeah, you know, it's tell yourself that you are good enough to do this shit. You are hottie, you are ons, you know. But don't go in there thinking, oh man, I'm expecting everything to fall into my lap over one post or a couple posts, you know, because bro, that shit will kill you if you're not getting the response that you don't like, that you want, you know. Same with you guys' podcast. We spoke about it before. We said, oh, like, how's the numbers going, bro? It's just, we're just grinding away, and that's it, bro. Like, you know. But at the time, I bet you guys were like, oh fuck, you know, like, oh, should we carry on, you know, what should we do, like, you know, like, because I get like that too, man. I'm like, fuck, am I like, it all comes back to the fact that, like, why are you doing this? Are you doing it for yourself? Are you doing it, like, you know, are you doing it like because you enjoy it? That's what it all comes down to. None of those numbers stuff, eh? Like, and that's the risk in social media, or even trying to jump in the content game, is just worrying too much about numbers and what the reaction is going to be, of the content that you put out.
Oh, 100%.
I think one thing I like to tell everyone is that, like, everything that you can control, that's what you can control. Like, everything that you can't control,
that's it.
Bro, you gotta just let it be. Like, you know, like, oh, this person
that's it, bro.
Dude, like, you know, like, freaking, what you can control and the power that you have is how you feel and stuff, and you gotta make sure that you're fucking 100% up, like, you know, up in the mental game, man. Because like, we talk about, you know, like, all these gangsters and whatnot, bro. That my whole mental health, bro, that thing will slap you straight up, eh? Especially
up,
when
bro.
especially don't prepare for it, eh? Like, a lot of, like, I said in another video before, but for those of you who don't follow that, Tyson Fury, you know, like, freaking champion boxer, yeah, one of the questions that came up was, bro, who's the toughest opponent? Bro, an American's mental health, fuck, and that shit hit me hard, eh? Like, so the man, like, obviously smoked up freaking Klitschko in their fight, goes downhill from there for a couple of years, and it just comes back on top, like, if the professional athletes, yeah, if professional athletes, and even the ones that we've had on the show previously, they're always mentioning whether they want to make sure their mental health is, like, you know, is in check, because, like,
that's it, bro.
Like, even obviously we've lost a lot of, like, too many youngsters coming up through the ranks, obviously having to you know, provide for their families and that, especially the youngsters, you know, 17, 18. Yeah, man, like, it's a lot of pressure, eh? And if you're not looking after your mental health, eh, like, shit will just fall apart.
100%.
That's it, bro.
100%. Like, we've we've talked about this heaps. Just between the two of us, like we catch up quite often, especially like before the potty, after the potty, when it's just us. We catch up quite often, and we have those conversations about how things are going and mental health, and like those catch ups that you should have with your boys, really. But I think the only number that matters when it comes to the podcast is one, because as long as the conversations that we have have a positive effect on one person, then that's enough. We've served our purpose. It doesn't matter how many people watch it, how many people share it, and that it's just that one, and that'll put us to sleep happy, and yeah, I'm happy that you brought that up, and you both spoke on the circle of influence and what's important to you, why you're doing it, because that's bro, that you sing that all the way home, because that's the important stuff.
That's it, brother. Like, and the other thing is we need to like press our boys, like it's not about it's not just like, oh, how you going, and it's like we can't take, oh, I'm all good, Steve, or like it's not a answer that we can like acceptable answer anymore. That's not an acceptable answer. Or it's like, I'm all good, And the other thing is, bro, we don't like. Oh, my thinking is like some of us just don't feel safe having that conversation. It's like, and that's the thing. Like, for me, I think that like putting it out there, if you put yourself out there first, your brother's gonna come out and say, oh, yo, I'm feeling like fucking pissing me off, or like I'm having a shit time at work. Or if you put yourself out there first, it'll just feel like, oh, yo, it's a safe place to have this conversation. But that's the thing, bro. We need to really press on our brothers and our sisters, bro. Like, we can't take that for an answer anymore. That that's out the door now. We need to actually get some proper answers, even if they are all goods. How about getting a bit more out of that? Like, well, how was your day? Oh, yo, it's been all good at work, Like, fucking got a new boss or whatever like that. He's a bit of a dick. But just getting a conversation where you actually try more than just getting the, oh, I'm all good. Yeah, I did check up on him. He said he was all good. Yeah. Nah, because we didn't the boys bro, especially the boys, bro. They're like fucking. We're so good at it. We're so good at covering up our pains and shit, bro. Because in all truth, we don't want to burden people what we're carrying, with the shit that we got on us. We feel like we feel like, oh fuck, it's a burden to release my pain onto somebody else, or like the shit that I'm going through. But if you as a brother are reaching out first and going, fuck, if you'll put yourself out there and just say, bro, I've been having a shit ass time at work. Lucky for you. And then, bro, it's just like yo, this guy's, he's telling me about his problems. It's a safe place to tell you about mine. And that's it, bro. We just gotta press our brothers, bro, because none of this I'm all good is not a good answer anymore. Yeah. It's not enough. Facts.
100%. All right, brother. I know we've kept you longer than I told you in the first place.
Nah, we good, bro. We good.
So we'll go to our one Instagram question for you, and we'll go ask some quickfire questions, and then we'll wrap up, brother. So the one question for you was, what's your favorite Niuean food?
Favorite Niuean food? It's takihi, man. It's it's a lasagna made out of taro and popo and coconut cream. So I haven't had one for ages. That's why it's still my favorite.
That is
yeah, man. If you get a really good takihi, bro, it's just like fucking. Then you get it if you eat it with KFC. Oh shit! They not bowl.
Shit.
Yeah, bro. It's straight food coma for me, I reckon. And yeah, bro. It just takes me back to a time when we were young and my Niuean fams, and it's like Christmas. That's like the only time that my nans would make it is during Christmas time, and it's just like a throwback memory of every time you eat it, and you're just take me back to that time. So takihi's my number one, bro.
Right? Have you not had a bandit?
No.
So as obviously freaking proud to I'm winning that, but man, that is one dish that that's a go-to, right? Well, my wife's half Niuean, so.
Oh, mean, bro. Yo.
When her nan comes over and makes that. Oh, you already know.
Yo.
I got my stuff sui, my gallo. We're gonna release some
Yo.
steaks for the tequila, Matt.
So is that like is that like
yeah.
a potato salad? Like, you know how you have potato salad and you have your meat. Like, is that like the?
Yeah, it's like a side dish. Yeah. You can eat it on its own if you got a good one. But yeah, bro, it's like a lasagna, bro. So it's just layers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the layers, it's like sweet and whatever the non-sweet. Like it's together.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet and
Savory,
sour.
Savory, yeah, that's the one.
Oh,
It's not sweet and I don't think of it here. Then I didn't know.
Sweet and Irie, yeah. Sweet and Irie.
Yeah. But solid, bro. Mate, that's ons, man. Yeah. Let me check the KFC chicken on top.
Oh, later, ball.
Yeah, I reckon.
yeah. Oh, have to try one day. Nah, solid. Nice, man. All right, we'll get into some quick fire questions, and then we'll wrap up. So I'll start with the top 3 people you'd like to collab with before the end of 2020.
Top 3 I want to collab with. I want to collab with Dre Skrilla is one. Yeah, I need to collab with. Yeah, Jimmy Jackson is another one. I'm just gonna put it out to the universe. How that goes. And maybe I want to do one with Hoods, the Hood Brothers, John, another dude that I want to collab with, bro. So yeah, those are the 3 guys at the moment that are on my hit list. So yeah, put it out there to the universe. Hopefully, coming back.
Nice. I'll clip that one up.
So, what's your favorite anime?
Favorite anime? Oh, bro. My Hero Academia will probably be like my go-to at the moment. Like, I was trying to get into Black Clover, but frick yeah, it's hard because the kids are watching too. Because when those ads come up with the and you're like, hey, right, cover your eyes. But yeah, Black Clover was another one that I was trying to get, but My Hero Academia, bro, like I'm hard out, like trying to follow that one.
Nice. Who's the funniest person you know?
Funniest person I know? Oh crap! Shit. Wow, that's a hard question, bro. Because I would just say myself. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'll say I'm the funniest dude I know.
But you have to.
I'm just trying to be. Yeah, I think it's me, G. Like, not being Enos, but I think I'm the funniest dude that I know, man.
No, nice.
That's gonna come out so wrong, eh?
Yeah, man. Look at this Enos.
I don't care, man.
Nice.
If you were a Pokemon, what Pokemon would you be?
If I was a Pokemon, based on myself or based on what I would want to be?
Whatever you want.
If I could base about myself, I'd be like a Snorlax. But if I had to pick what I wanted to, bro, if I wanted to be anything, I'd pick like an Arcanine or like a Growlithe, like any of those two. Yo, Ninetales would be another mean one to be. Yo.
Nice. What about you? Sorry.
So it's one of those questions that I just see Dad. I don't know. I think it's one of those Eevee evolution. I think.
Oh,
yo.
Diverse.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of like my personality, eh? Like.
Yeah.
Depends on what day it is, eh? Just wake
True.
up,
No, that's
good.
good.
And fucking get eager and shit.
Oh, nice. Good one. If you had to choose to live in either Parodies or Lower Hutt, where would you choose?
Frick, that's actually hard, bro, because I like both places, to be honest.
Oh, don't be an eat-ass.
Straight up, bro. Straight up, I got love for Lower Hutt, bro. Like, I like that place, eh? Heaps of nice things to look at. But that's the same with Porirua. Nah, yeah, I'll probably have to live in Porirua, bro, to be honest.
Let's go.
Oh, so you want to downgrade? Yeah,
Let's go.
Right.
Nice.
Let's go.
So what's your favorite quote?
Because one that always sticks with me is, love me or hate me, both are in my favor. If you love me, I'm always in your heart. But if you hate me, I'm always in your mind. From William Shakespeare.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
Yeah, can't lose. You can't lose.
It's like a put yourself in a win-win situation mindset kind of.
Yeah, you never lose, bro. You never lose if somebody in terms of what people think about you.
Oh, that's a real good one. All right, that's William Whitehall. Oh, nice.
Shut up, Tim.
Who are your favorite? Oh, it's a two-part question. Who's your favorite New Zealand comedian and favorite international comedian?
Ooh, okay. Favorite international comedian is Dave Chappelle. That guy he's the goat of everything. I think before Kevin Hart, all that stuff, he had his own show. Man's just been on a jump. Like everything that even jokes that he says to this day is still funny now. Like at this point in time, like you can never go wrong with Dave Chappelle, like living legend. In terms of comedians here, probably had to be Joey D, bro. Joe Damon is like next level, bro. He's off the top, just witty as fuck, and that's the thing that like I just hate when people are that fucking clever, eh? Like they can think of something and it's funny. Like it just pisses me off how well he does it. So he's probably the goat of comedy at this point. So I don't really think we have any like really good, like maybe Paxasadi would be another like good comedian, but in terms of like that kind of thing where like you're just like on your game in all aspects, Joey D's like on.
Nice.
Hard.
Who's a role model you look up to?
Role model I look up to. Yeah, it's gonna have to say my dad, bro. Yeah.
Oh,
you just look up to your dad. Yeah, I always look up to my. Yeah, he's the man. Eh? Like everything that you. Yeah, I'm fortunate. Yeah, I'm fortunate. Great dad. That's he's just been putting on and just carrying the fams for a long time, and to this day still carrying the fams. So yeah, he's definitely, if I have to aspire to be anything, it doesn't have to be in comedy, like just being a good dad or being a man of the house. I'd look at terms of like that, because that's more like those things are important to me. Like none of this like comedy stuff or like business stuff, in terms of like actual real life shit, where it's like, what do you want to be, or like who's somebody that you want to be when you grow up? And it's like, yo, I want to be like my dad, because man's is just, he's doing everything, he's a hard worker, he's a good family man, and yeah, that's he's a good brother, he's a good son to his and his family as well. So that's something that I look to like the actual real life role models for me, I guess, people that I actually know.
Yeah,
it's actually aspire. Hard.
Awesome, bro. Who are some people to look out for? Comedians, skits.
Oh, people to look out for, man. And in terms of content creation, bro, there's quite a few in the game that I like. There's a dude named Busky. I am Busky. He's an Indian dude from South Auckland. He's from Mangere. Funny cat, bro. Like he's so good because he runs that lane. He's doing this Indian like South Auckland lane where nobody can really, or probably like Shiv Neal would have been the closest thing, but Iron Busky, he's like he plays this. Yeah, he's playing this Indian South Auckland card, and it works really well. Another cat is Cameron Bernard. I am the real Big Daddy Fat Sacks. He's another cat. He's someone from West Side. Funny dude, bro. Like I know that he's probably making all his content over his phone, and that's the thing that's like,
cool.
The hell, bro, you're so like it's so good, like you just, and it's actually good quality content, man. So yeah, he's another cat to look out for. Chris from over in Australia, he's on his way. Obviously another cat. He reminds me of Johnny when he was coming up, like it's that similar style, but he's doing it in a 2020 2020 right now. So he's another cat that's
He's always got
on
nice
his
gears,
way.
on his skits.
Yeah, bro. He's always well dressed in that.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
man's just on, bro. And what else is there? Oh, and just this other guy named Zach. He's from Tauranga. Yeah, he hangs out with like TC and Wet Whistle and Hood Brothers and that. It's like all their like circle and stuff like that. He's another dude who's like another undercover content creator. Man. He makes some funny stuff, bro, and he's really out the gate. Also, he's also like one of the real cats, bro. He drops a few gems and motivational quotes here and there. So yeah, he's another guy to look out for. Yeah, those are these. Oh, and Ola's Life is another thing. Yeah. You would have seen him on TikTok, where he's just out the gate, just funny. Yeah, like I think he did like he's like the drama or something like that, like the acting in that.
Oh, true.
Because yeah, he's got ties with a few people. Yeah, so yeah, he's another dude who's just funny off the bat and just got that poly humor, man, that you really like enjoy. It's like this. Fuck, why don't you think of that? Like, and it's little things, like, and it's not even hard out production and stuff like that. It's just him on the camera having a laugh with his family. And that's the other thing, is his lane is surrounded around his family. Like, not many people are doing like comedy with the kids in there. Like, and he's mixing it up, and it's mean, right? He's another dude that's on in his own lane, and yeah, he's another guy to look out for as well. So yeah, those guys.
Nice.
I'm out.
You're out.
No question.
Oh, cool. Second to last, what can we look forward to with your content?
Man, same old stuff, man. Everybody knows I've got a green screen now, so I'm always like, once I get those lights from AliExpress in 2024, we should be making some crazy stuff, bro. That's what's to look forward for me. I got a few projects in the mix. That is like, I'm not gonna say too much on air just because it's still to come. It's still in the woodworks at the moment. But yeah, I got a few things. They're quite big projects. Nice. That are in the mix as well. But yeah, just expect the same stuff from me. Just always trying to level it up, always trying to change the game and switch it up on the content side.
Awesome. Nice, bro. Last one. Do you have any guest recommendations? Yeah, man. If you're gonna try and bring on anybody, bro, is Cam, bro. Cameron Bernard, Big Daddy Fat Sacks. If you haven't had him on already, that guy's another cat to bring through. Who else is there, man? There's like I always think of people when I'm like, oh yeah, this guy would be a perfect person. Like, I want to hear this person's story, and I'm just like drawing a blank right now. But yeah, Cam is a good dude who like actually speaks some knowledge, because that's what you want on the podcast. Is like this is like people that actually got experience, or people who got something to say, like actually got a message to tell people. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean that's what I see when I look at like podcasts like this. Probably Cam at this point. I'm just trying to think of people who actually would actually have something to say. Yeah, Big Daddy Fat Sacks is the dude who I'd recommend to have on here. But I'll definitely like, for me, I'm gonna plug this spotty and on my side and see if anybody wants to jump on as well, because it's mean, man. It's fun.
Appreciate it. Really appreciate it.
Where can we find you?
You can find me in the streets. Always out here. Always grinding. Always on the gear.
On the gear.
Now you can find me in the hood.
You can find me repping in the hood.
You see me at the hood of Friendly Fielding. In the most gangsterous area in the whole of NZG. Friendly Fielding. Nah, check. You can find me everywhere. Like, I'm actually everywhere. You'll find me on someone else's account. Like, I'm everywhere. You'll find me. I'm like, I pop up randomly, bro. Like, I'm actuals. Like, yeah, you'll find me everywhere on socials. Yeah, bro. Like, on socials, you'll find me on someone else's account. You'll find me on now. You'll find me randomly. You'll find me all over the place, bro. So yeah, I'm Justthenorms all over the place, all over the show, bro. And yeah, that's it, bro. That's me. I mean, in terms of where you can find me.
Nice. Awesome, bro. Well, we'll wrap it up there. Thank you so much. Before we go, I would be doing the boys at the service if I don't give a shout out to Soulfoodwithflex, the boys and maybe girls at Raw Talk, Native HQ, and Timprovise for helping out with the prior interviews where I got all this information from. So yeah, shout outs to you guys. Appreciate it, and thanks heaps, Regs, for jumping on. We'll probably keep you around for like 5
guys,
minutes.
Thanks so much. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, that's us.
Everybody looking up at the campaign. I just wanna give it to you. Don't wanna listen to you. You be shy, so you don't know what you want, girl. You to me, girl, my everything. So beautiful, you know you gotta fuck, girl. You to me, girl, my everything. And I'll be right here waiting for you, man. I'll be right here waiting for you, girl. Yeah, girl, got me singing like. I'll be right here waiting for you, girl. Let's go. I would take the stars out of the sky for you. Stop the rain from falling if you'd ask me to. I'd do anything for you. Your wish is my command. I would move the mountain if your hand is in my hand. Words cannot express how much you mean to me. There must be some other way to make you see. 'Cause if it takes my heart and soul, you know I paid the price. And everything that I possess, I'd gladly sacrifice. So you to me are everything. This is a song that I can sing, oh baby. Yeah, oh baby. To you I guess I'm just a clown. Show up each time, oh baby. Oh baby. Yeah, you give me just a taste of love to build my hopes upon. You know I got the power, girl, to keep me holding on. Now you got the best of me. Come on and take the rest of me, oh baby. Yeah, girl, I feel some type of way right now, so I'ma go ahead and say, oh, you're close to me, we seem so far apart. Maybe given time, you have a change of heart.